Bum, 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 ba-dum. Alright. Alright. Let me get everything situated here. Thiz. Probably put this a little closer for everybody. Thiz. Probably put this a little closer for everybody. Thiz. Mute that. Alright. Streamception. Sorry, that's how I look at chat. What's up, OG? Yo, what's good, everybody? Okay, I might actually put out a tweet today. Let's see. Yeah, sorry. I know it's kind of looking crazy for a second. Um, I'm like never prepared, and I feel like I live my life on a whim, but somehow we make it work. Okay, so I'll probably put this up here just in case TOS. We will be going over the plays, how to find, how to trade them, the works. Boom. And then we're gonna copy and paste this into Rowan's Discord. Going live now. Man, how you guys doing, dude? I hope you guys had a good day, man. Good day or what? Hey, we live. We are live. We're live up in this bitch. There we go. It just got posted. Just follow us. Yep. Okay. All right, man. Good day from you guys. We'll give everybody a second to come up in here. Congrats on the great day. I appreciate it. Yo, excited about the topic today. Yo, today will be a good topic. A lot of people probably already know a lot about the whole sympathy, or maybe they think they know a lot, and they really, they might know the basics, right? The basics are easy. It's just all the intricate stuff that's involved that I want to teach you guys about. Congrats on your day. I appreciate it. GZ's on the day. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I have this, I put up I don't know if I can post a picture of it or something, but I put up like a board over here where I wrote like some short-term goals, some long-term goals. And so I think it was Monday or Sunday night where I was like, all right, first, it's been too long since I've had a five-figure day, right? It's been since February. Let's see. Let's pull it up. We'll look at it together, okay? We'll look at it together. Okay, it has been August, July, May, April, March, since February 19th. It's been since February 19th that I have had a five-figure day. So I actually need to put this in here. Let's see. I have it was 52.95. And then I'll have to subtract commissions and come back later because Monday I thought I had a better day than I did, and then I had to subtract the commissions, but I didn't have too many. Like I'm definitely still over 10. 49. 434. So 10, 226, 29. So 24K for the week so far, guys. Pretty fucking crazy, if you ask me. Pretty fucking crazy. We got 2 days left, so who knows? We'll see how it plays out. What's up, real ones? What's up, everybody? All right. I'll, I'll be honest with you guys. CXDC, great trade for me today, guys. We'll just do this recap real quick. Try not to drag it out. This is trade zero. So here's my trade on it. I was all over this thing. I mean, even in pre-market, just getting some nice pad in, some nice scalps. Botch trade there. Into the weakness here. Covers into the weakness. Botch trade here. Keeping the botches real small. You know what I mean? And then we did. What is? We took a couple quick trades here where it was like I got in, I knew it wasn't time, and I got out. Did it again here, and immediately just like break even trades, right? It came up here. I think I top ticked it up here, and I saw something and I was like, I don't know, and I cut half and then added it back and then cut half again, and then when it finally showed me the weakness, I added back in. I think I took a quarter off here, and then finally it was like this level here was finally gonna break, and I just hammered it. Got caught in the halt, was able to scale some out before the halt, just in case we got a like a little bounce on the unhalt. It gapped down, covered more, covered more, covered more, added into the weakness here, covers, and just continued to scale in around my core position, which was up here, and then just scaled out here. I believe I was all out right here, and then I was gonna get back in here and left it alone. Later on in the day, I decided to revisit. I felt like it was probably time. I let some of the big boys cover. You see a big cover here. And I was like, man, I think we get 80s. So I went ahead and shorted some here. I added right here and then covered up down here. We have more covers into the close, which I went ahead and top ticked and covered there. Real quick scalp for me to get a couple $100 on the plate there. I shorted a bunch of NFT names today, um, which was nice wallet pads. I feel like there was one other. What did I post? Let me see. I save all my plays, but and I have to do it in real time because I will literally forget on some of these plays. But I believe I shorted GHSI. That's what it was. We shorted GHSI. Nothing, no like crazy size or anything like that. You know what I mean? I had some good trades on it though. Like I was able to get in on this bounce here and pretty much just cover on the way down. I just kind of kept adding into the strength. Like I said, no crazy size. I think I made like $1,000 on this trade. But pretty solid trade. This one was easy to borrow on Thinkorswim, so I didn't have to locate the shares. Other than that, I had some base hits. We had a really nice trade on CRTD today. It was kind of one of those things where like DWalk was running and I missed mark. I chased a little bit of mark. I missed mark. I had fun, but I also had to chase that. And CRTD, I think I had CRTD 414s, right? I didn't want to buy it after this big candle, so I waited a little bit and it kind of put in this nice flag. I was like, all right, somebody clearly was loading this. You can just see it, right? Somebody was loading this name. And so I was like, probably somebody will probably alert it, right? Let me just go ahead and get some of this pie. And then sure enough, 414s all the way to 450s, almost 460s, and I was able to get out up here, right? Added back some in here, and I still had some small, but didn't fall through, so we were out. Sad to see that T-Walk didn't wanna make the move. I was really confident that it was going to. But with that being said, that's what I want to talk to you guys about today is these nice sympathy plays. You've seen me play a couple of them. We played Ojin the other day back here. We played Ojin back here when Auction was going crazy. We played fun CRTD Psalm when on the first day of D-Walk's run, and we played not Benny, but we played Benny, no, God damn this name, ZGYH or something like that. ZGYH, I believe it is. We played ZGYH in the warrants, right? And made a killing on that. Yeah, this day right here, where I was like, if Benny halts up, we slap ZGYH in the warrants, and we did, and we made an absolute killing. Uh, you see what I'm saying? Fucking this goddamn name. We made an absolute killing, and I think it was right here. Went from 140s to 260s. And so today it's like I want to talk to you guys. Banned Rose Gaming. 2 minutes. What did that guy say? Fucking.
You put a giant donger in your chat.
Like a real ass dick, dude. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Zach. Wow, you really said. Okay, does that mean saying Zach sucks alone is enough for ban? But appreciate you banning the giant dong. Anyway, moving on. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it, guys. We're gonna talk about the simp plays. We're gonna talk about how to find them, right? How to know which ones are going to go, and kind of, I tell people there's like a list of relevancy, right? And that list will change over time. Um, like TCAT, I think in the beginning it was like YVR was like the main runner with it, and then kind of changed, became OCG, and now it's kind of DLPN. You see what I'm saying? And so these things change, and it's kind of want to give you guys some insight on how to tell which one to go for. and how to even find these names. Me, I'm pretty passive about it now, guys. Like I don't um, really try and put too much shit on the map anymore. And it's just more because of the market we're in. We saw Sympathies working for like a couple days. CJJD was like a pretty big slap in the face of like, hey, we're there, but we're not like there, you know. So we're gonna wait a little bit. Spotted see me. I'll go on nature and so well today. He did. Her's a great trader. So for starters, we had DWAC, right? We haven't been seeing a lot of sympathy plays as of recent in the market that we've been in, but when DWAC came along and we get something like this that's just making a massive, massive move, hundreds of percents, thousands of percents, you can bet your ass that the community, the FinTwit community as a whole, is going to find something to run with it, right? And a lot of the times this becomes, what can we fit into this theme, right? So like DWAC was, had something going on with Trump. I'll be honest, I didn't look too deep into it. Some social media shit or something. Um, and so, once DWAC had, I can't go all the way back. I'll have to go on like the 5 minute, right? Once DWAC had made this just massive move, which I can get rid of some of this shit so we can see, from $11 to $52, I mean, this alone was enough move for somebody to be like, all right, we got to find something that can run with this, right? And so, why is it running? It's running because, it had some stuff going on with Trump. And so, immediately, what people are probably going to do is they're probably going to be like, oh, fuck, well, we got to find what else, had this going on with Trump or something like that. And a lot of times, guys, the real sympathies, the ones that have volume, the ones that have momentum, will come to you, right? Like you don't, unless you're gonna try and put something on the map or like try and pump it, you really don't need to go looking, And once you've been kind of in the game for a while and been kind of seasoned, you kind of just learn what runs with what. So with TCAT, you got DLPN, YVR, HOTV, OCG. There's so many of them, right? Now there's some new ones that are coming along. Um, China EDUs, you got WAFU, EIQ, all that jazz. So some over time you just kind of learn and you just kind of know. But for something like this, where it's new, um, we were so focused on this that I actually wasn't even looking for a simp off the bat, but a lot of stuff started popping up on the scanners, right? And so when these things start popping up off the scanners, for instance, fun, right, started popping up. It's like, okay, we saw it here, and I immediately was like, all right, what's going on with this? I wonder if it has something to do with this name that's running crazy. And sure enough, somehow it was linked to it had some kind of Trump ties, right? We also saw Psalm, we saw CRTD. So in this kind of theme, you're gonna have people that run and they'll find some names that had anything to do with whatever reason why the Trump name was running, right? The key is finding the one that has the real volume, right? And you can tell that, man, I wish I had the 1 minute, but you can tell Fun had some real volume on it. You know what I mean? And like if you compare it to, I don't know, Psalm, Psalm was really, you know, it had okay volume, had an okay move, but it was showing some pretty relative weakness compared to the move that DWAC was making that day, right? DWAC still going up, Psalm's just kind of coming down, you know what I mean? CRTD, I believe, was the same kind of thing. No, CRTD came in a little later. um, but no major volume, right? Until the next morning. So when I see something like this, and I'm like, all right, DWAC's running, DWAC is still running in the after hours, likely going to be a big opportunity off of the bell. We're seeing sympathies start to pop up. For me, as far as building that list of importance, relevancy, and trying to figure out which one to actually go for, it's like, okay, which one has the volume, right? Clearly Fun. Fun had the most volume. We had 5 mil candles, 12 mil 5 minute candles, and it has also what we like to call relative strength, right? If you compare Fun to Psalm, Psalm kind of got a little pump, kind of started fading, even when DWAC was going up. That's relative weakness to its main runner, right? Which is GWAC. Um, Fun, however, relative strength, right? Held up, continued to run with it. DWAC, excuse me. Continued to run with it, had massive volume. And so for me, out of the names that were given that day, where it was like, okay, we have some names running, we know that they are in the theme or being put in the theme. This was the one where it was clear that this was the main one, right? Because of the volume, because of the relative strength, how well it was tracking. You know what I mean? With DWALK, and so even in pre-market, so it's like when I closed that day, I was like, one second, uh, I can't really mute. Sorry, my daughter's being kind of loud, guys. Just trying to focus. No, but so the next morning, I went to bed with that idea, like, okay, we got fun, we got CRTD, we got Psalm, right? So when I went to bed, I was like, man, Psalm kind of relative weakness. I don't think this will be a great name. We'll see how it looks in the morning, right? Same with CRTD. We'll see how it looks in the morning. But I knew we at least had fun. And so when you get a name like DWalk, you can just I mean my hope and prayer is that this thing just absolutely goes crazy at open, and this is no, that's my daughter, guys. Sorry. And starts to halt up, right? And what's gonna happen when DWalk halts up? That sympathy play, you have about 1, 2 seconds, maybe half a second to slap that sympathy play with size, and the risk on that play is so low because everybody's basically thinking the same thing. So everybody's gonna come slap it too, right? So you're basically, oh guys, my bad. I know what you're talking about. So you're basically risking a few cents, right, for a massive move similar to DWAC, right? So backing up, when we woke up, the prior day I was like, I don't know, Psalm kind of relative weakness or whatever. But then we wake up and guess what? Psalm gapped up with the rest of these names, right? CRTD gapped up as well. And so I was like, okay, they're still important, right? Fun is definitely number one, but they're still important. You know what I mean? I think there was a reason why I picked CRTD over Psalm, and I think it had something to do with just the volume, the relative strength, or something along those lines. Um, and I told everybody, I said, all right, guys, this is what's going down. All right, DWAC is gonna halt into open. All right, that's what we want. We want to see DWAC halt into open. I told people this like 30 minutes to an hour. I think I even told some people the day before. And I was like, when it halts, we go fun, we go CRTD, right? We go Psalm. And then you had people coming and throwing in DATs, and then Grom ran with that. It was fucking crazy, right? But that was pretty much the thought process behind that. And figuring out, okay, hey, Fun had the most volume. It had the most relative strength. You wake up the next day, it still had so much volume. I mean, look at all this fucking volume in here. It starts tracking with DWalk very well into the bell, etc. Like, it it's moving very well. Fun was clearly the name that was moving with it. So when you're trying to figure out, okay, what's the main name? You want that volume. You want the relative strength. You want it to be tracking with the main runner very well. Okay? And then if you have something that's kind of doing that, but not really, you put it back down on the line. So usually things aren't this crazy to where like fun halts up crazy too. Usually fun will kind of start running and then it might halt up, right? And then when that halts up, we'll go for the next name, which would have been Psalm. In this case, it was a little more extreme because everything just fucking halted up basically at the same time, right? But a normal case scenario when you have something where I don't know, maybe it's like TCAT would be a good example, which, TCAT nowadays kind of just pops and drops. It's really sad. You just get a lot of these sad pop and drops. But back in the day when this thing used to get absolutely crazy, it was like as soon as you saw that TCAT candle, people would rotate into the other names, right? And so on something like TCAT, it was pretty similar, right? TCAT popped. We're like, oh, okay, it's going crazy on NFT. Everybody starts searching for the new NFT names, and then what happens? You get a sector or a theme that is created, right? So we had TCAT, YVR, OCG, HOFI, MFH, IMTE. I remember was one of the first ones too. And after those first runs, you get that idea, okay, which sympathies are going to have the volume, which sympathies have the strength, which ones track real well. And then you'll have some companies that come out and be like, oh, we ain't got nothing to do with this shit, and then you can kind of bump those back into the back of the line as far as yeah, we said DLP, and you can kind of bump the ones, start figuring out which ones to, I kind of categorize them, if that makes any sense, right? And so, if you see that TCAT makes a good move, and then you see DLPN right now, right? But back then it was OCG or YVR, and then you see them make a good move, you can kind of expect that people are going to start rotating that money into the other names. You feel me? And as long as that main runner stays strong, the second runner stays strong, you're gonna have people that rotate down the line, and because here's the thing, you guys need to understand, right? There are a lot of, it's not just Atlas, Sapphire, Real One. Like there are so many chat rooms that even we don't know about. You know what I mean? There's so many people in this fucking field, and people want a piece of the pie. You know what I mean? People are gonna find a play that hasn't gone yet, and they're gonna fucking alert it to the room, and it's gonna go, right? And if you can even remotely get a couple of shares into some of these plays that haven't gone yet, I mean, you just sit there and wait for the move and do your bid and get out, right? It's going to be that main runner. It's going to be that main sympathy and maybe the second one that you are able to really trade alongside that main name, right? It's going to be that main one. So it's like every move that DWAC makes, you can literally have a second of grace period to kind of get a move on what was fun, right? We're starting to kind of see it detach a little bit. And honestly, it's probably because of the offering. But, you know, it's a really easy way to make money, guys, and it's something that you absolutely need to incorporate into your trading, right? But aside from something like this, or something like IRNT, where we knew that, IRNT ran with something, and even I didn't remember. Remember, I had to ask. I was like, well, what ran with IRNT? And you go back on the daily, someone said OPAD, and it's like, oh shit, OPAD did run with IRNT. If you go back and look at the dates, IRNT topped out 916. We go OPAD, same day, 916 there, topped out, right? And so this is a good method of, you know, we're gonna get back to this, but this is a good method of how to figure out if something actually does run with one another. And this is used when we use the whole, I use this a lot when I use the whole FinViz method, right? So let's say we get something like, oh boy, what was it? IINN, I think it was. I'm gonna open this up here, make sure. Alright, I don't have ad blocker, so forgive me. But let's say we have FinViz up, right? For those of you that don't know what FinViz is, get familiar with FinViz. It's a very good platform that you can just look up floats for tickers and just all kinds of good jazz, right? You can go over here to the screener. Oh my god, forgive me for not having an ad blocker. You can, go here, top gainers, and then I like to click charts, and you can kind of go through this. A lot of stuff, right? But when I need to know anything about a company, I quickly open up FinViz, right? We'll type it in. And there's a couple things that you can do here. But when you're trying to find a sympathy for a name, what many people will do, right, is they'll just go down here. They'll just click this subsector here. They'll filter it by market cap. So what that does is it puts the lowest market caps up top, which lowest market caps, not always, but most of the time will um, give you lower float, right? And then you can kind of go through and see which names are sympathies, quote unquote, sympathies as far as related sector, related country, all that. You see, you got your countries, etc. So if I have IINT, right? IINT was medical devices Israel. So I'm going in here and I'm looking, but I want to look for something in Israel. You know what I'm saying? So then we find NSPR. It's like, damn, okay, this is the first name down the list, which means, as far as Israel, it means it's the lowest market cap name, and it's in Israel. So then we go and we look at it, right? So now it's like, is this a sympathy to IINT? As far as the sector goes, as far as the country goes, yes, it is. You can go a lot deeper than that. I like to personally, as you can see, I actually shorted an SPR. Sorry, Tommy. Um, it got some pump. Some people came for it. It got some pump, and then it just faded, right? And that could just be a part of the market, just kind of not really being big on simps right now. But what I like to do, right? I can't remember what name I played CJJD with actually. Bimmy, okay. So what I said, we got a runner. We had Bimmy, right? I'm gonna show you what I like to do. Bimmy's going crazy. We're gonna change this back to the 1 minute. Bimmy's going crazy. I mean, it was halting up. And then I'll go over the mistakes on my part with this play because this play did not work out. Okay, disclosure, I know, right? But the idea was still good, in my opinion. Bimmy's going crazy. It's at probably this point. Once it's breaking out here, it starts halting up. It's at that point where I'm like, all right, in here maybe I start looking. It's in here where I'm like, all right, I'll start adding, right? I'm like, all right, well let's open up our FinViz, right? Let's open up FinViz. Let's type in Bimmy. What do we got? Healthcare, pharmaceutical, retailer, China, 20 mil float. Okay, Badass. We click that, filter by market cap, and what do we got? We're looking for a China name, right? Bimi's China, we want a China name too. We find CJJD. I click on CJJD. I'm like, damn, okay, CJJD, 32 mil flow, a little high, you know what I mean? It is China. It's the only other China name with Bimmy. Okay, that's important to know. And so then what I go do, let me save this. So actually, yeah, let me save this. Is I have this flex grid on here, right? It's called Double Daily. And I'll go in there and I'll type in Bimmy, and I'll type in CJJD. And this is a nice way for me to see, okay, have they ran together, right? I'll go through, I look at some dates. Have they ran together, right? They have. How similar are the dailies? Dailies are very similar, as you can see, right? And that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Are the dailies similar? Have they ran together in the past? This is an easy way for you to see if they've ran together in the past, okay? And so I'll open up that and I'll kind of look through that. This is all happening really quickly, okay? Because I'm not the only brilliant motherfucker that's out there looking for sympathies, okay? There's some really good people out there. Some really, really, really good people out there that are fucking quick. So if I'm gonna beat everybody to the punch and get myself a good average, I need to be fast, right? And it doesn't also help whenever I'm trying to do this and then Bimmy halts up and people kind of already knew about CJJD, right? Um, Rocket is one of those brilliant people. Does everybody do this daily thing? No, but I think it is very important. You can put a name on the map, you can push a name on scanners, and it can catch its own momentum, algos, etc. But if you know a name has ran together in the past, you are going to be a lot better off, right? It's a real sympathy. People have probably heard of it. People probably have seen them run together in the past, right? TCAT, DLPN. You go like Mara, you know what I mean? The fucking Riot or whatever I mean that's just a given. But it's just examples, right? Like BTBT and fucking I don't know MFH or fucking XNet or what some shit like that, like XNet, MFH. You can see like these things have ran together. So if this is a little more broad, right? The whole Bitcoin thing is not the best example, but you see what I'm saying. You can see when something has ran together very easily by having something where you can just quickly compare both of the dailies, right? So as soon as I find that, and if I'm like, all right, I'm gonna cop this sympathy, I'll screenshot this to show people, because everybody else is trading, they might not have time. I'll show people, hey, look, these dailies are similar. They ran together on these dates. You know what I mean? It's a low float. It's China, same sector. That is a sympathy play. Okay. We took stage CJJD and then Bimmy halted down, so it didn't work out. It is what it is. But it was a good sympathy, and that idea is something that you guys need to have whenever you're looking for your sympathy plays, right? And FinViz is going to be a great tool. There's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about, and this is something I've used in the past too. All right, this is something that I used whenever we had CRBP, right? What was CRBP? Do you guys remember CRBP? It was Zach Morris play. It was a great play. I think I've made like 30 grand on it this year. It's a fucking amazing play. Yeah, it was weed, but it wasn't just weed, right? If you scroll down here and get past all the fucking ads, you can see there's a company description right here, right? And there's one in Thinkorswim too. I don't actually use that exactly. Pharma weed. That is who is that guy? Pat that guy on the fucking back. Pharma weed. Very important. Okay? This name is a part of like two different sectors, right? People would drag it along. Um, yeah, it was running with us exactly. Yep. And so you can go in here and you kind of see some keywords here, right? Endocannabinoid. Okay? We got endocannabinoid, right? And it does all this amazing crazy shit. This is important. Why is this important? Because in a market like we had in February, right, where it was just absolutely crazy market, you have so much shit going on, right? And it's like, damn, I miss the sympathy plays, but there's got to be something else, right? You can go up here and you can start looking, right? For names that are related, okay? So maybe you're looking for another endocannabinoid company, like some pharma weed. Well, shit. Now we have Artle, right? Well, fuck, it's 20 mil float, dude. You know what I mean? Like decent looking fucking name. Well, then come to find out, these names, guess what? Somebody found Artle. Somebody probably sent Artle. You see what I'm saying? You got Kern, exactly. You guys are catching my drift. So you can come in here, right? And this is actually how I found Intech. believe it or not, we were like, Intech was kind of off the map for a while there. But what the hell? Oh, Intech is not Intech anymore. It's I don't actually know. INDP. Thank you for that. And this is how we found Intech, right? Intech was a little different keyword, but it got sent in the same theme. It got sent with Kern, it got sent with Artle, it got sent with CRVP. This was something we kind of put on the map as far as like, okay, we found this play, right? We went, we found Intech, but Intech was, it wasn't into cannabinoid, it was CBD or something like that, right? Antiviral, anti-cancer, plant therapeutic. The other one was INM. Also pharma weed, exactly. But it's pretty much like I went through here, this one right here, boom. And we were typing in these keywords, right? It was like trying to find something that could fit in this theme that we could get long on because we knew that this was extremely popular like theme. People were going to find these plays, right? Why were these plays significant and why did I think people would come and find these plays and send them? Because they fit the theme, right? Thunder, yeah, he is. He's killing it. Thank you, Thunder. I appreciate it. It fits the theme. It's a low float, right? That's very important. It's low float. Why is that important? Because I'm not getting in these plays and expecting like, you know, Morgan Stanley to come fucking buy this company, right? I'm getting in these plays and I might say something about it here and there. You know, there's a lot of people that watch me or watch the ideas on, and somebody else might pick up on it, and then they might tell a friend, and somebody else might pick up on it, and so on, so forth, until somebody who with 100K followers is like, holy shit, and they fucking send this thing, and then it catches, right? And then you get this amazing move that we got on this from $4 all the way to 638. Did it hold? No. But fuck, man, I was in here at 440s, 430s. It me and my homies got paid because we were early because we did our research. And so this is just a way for you guys to go in there, do your own research, right? It's not just let me click on this because here's the thing, you go click on biotech, good fucking luck. You know what I mean? You go click on biotech, good fucking luck, dude. There's so look at it. You got 36 pages of names, right? You type in something like cancer, you know what I mean? You can narrow it down. You can click Control F, type in cancer. You know, obviously there's a lot of fucking cancer names, but you know, a better like, oh god, bear with me. Did I spell this right? A better example would be like Alzheimer's. You can go in here, type in Alzheimer's, right? Type it in the search bar if you need to. Type in whatever keyword you need to, and you can go into like just flip through these names, right? You can middle mouse click to open up all these tabs. Like that's what I do. I go find ones. You can see the market cap right here. So I go find the ones that have the lowest market cap. Like okay, yep. We got Bivy, and then I would kind of go through these names. And if there was a Alzheimer's theme that was heating up, I'd be like, all right, let me find a chart that I like. Let me find something that could, you know, potentially go, etc. Right? I know how to do biotech. Well, get in chat. Show us how to do biotech. But this is, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't do this too much right now because the market just hasn't been like that. Things are rotating really quickly. Things have been super crazy. Um, I let a lot of the things come to me now. But if the market does stay how it is, or even gets hotter, you will see me find plays that I think are good, that I think, you know, good risk to reward at whatever point it's at, and you know, I might go ahead and take an entry and then look more into the company later. Like we'll go into the SEC filings and stuff like that. If we plan on short-term swinging it, right? Because I tell you guys a lot, I'm like, hey, I don't swing stocks very often,
I have a secret.
but if there's a like, all right, I'm gonna get your secret. But if there's a super hot theme, I do like to get in some of these names for the short-term swings, right? I.e. CNET, we hit on CNET, i.e. XNET, which should have been like the first time it was mentioned, right? FTFT, all that crap, right? All right, what's your secret, Bob? Let me hear it, dude. Bob?
Oh, okay, I'm listening to your stream because you're like muted in the Discord. But
Oh shit.
so another thing, I don't know if you know about the letters. Um, a lot of bios will go by letter.
Yep. Let me unmute. Here, I'll unmute my Discord. Is that better?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear. Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yeah. So do you know the letter thing?
Yeah, I understand the letter thing. It's never something that I really looked up
So like
on Finviz.
OGen, OCGN, O whatever, like they go like that. So whenever they go to the bios, they stay with that same first letter. It's normal. It's like a simp thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I know. I
Just
know
another hint.
that is a good point, guys. You'll see a lot of that. Um, Same thing like if you get pennies, right? It's all like you can get some of the weirdest fucking themes, guys, and even if it doesn't make sense to you, if it's gonna make you money, then fuck it. Bob looks at his alphabet soup and decides which bio he likes that day. Is that Willie Meat Sauce? If there is a penny theme, guys, go to your screener, get familiar with this tab, guys. Get familiar with this screener tab. You can change your price here, put it to under $1. You can change the float. You can put the float. Me personally, I like things that are, pretty low float, under 50, under 30 is ideal. There's not an under 30, I don't think. Under 50, you can go through these names, right? Right now, what's happening? We've had a lot of pennies going crazy. So this is something where it's like, hey, let me go and see what's under $1 and look up the float. Well, guess what? All these fucking names you see on here are probably names you've been seeing get hit over the last few days, right? So now we're gonna talk about like how, yeah, rest in peace, eyes and ears. That was some of the easiest fucking money, dude. It was like eyes would get a patent and then go absolutely insane, and you could just load some fucking ears and make some bank on it. Rest in peace, eyes and ears. But now I want to talk about, you know, the what I like to call a list of relevancy and how it changes over time. We talked about how um, TCAT, it was like TCAT YVR, and then YVR dropped that news where they're like, "Hey, I got nothing to do with whatever the fuck is going on." If I can't remember exactly what it was, and then so it changed a little bit. And then all of a sudden it was like TCAT OCG, right? And now it's TCAT DLPN, and it's like, okay, how do you judge which one to go for? Like, how do you know? Okay, because you don't want to be sitting here and the list changes and you don't understand that or you don't see that, and then you go slap YVR when it doesn't fucking make sense, and then DLPN spikes. You're over here with 20,000 shares of YVR feeling like an idiot, and that spread is trash and never gets better because nobody's bidding it, right? And so it's kind of like something we might actually be seeing in real time now with DWAC and Fun. Is Fun still getting hit off of DWAC? It is. But are we starting to see some differences in the price action of Fun? Absolutely. If DWAC halts up, will Fun get slapped and probably maybe halt up too? It's a big possibility. But we are starting to see this kind of, you know, it was almost like a weakness in that name, right? What could have played a part in something like that? Well, Fun dropped an offering, right? That's probably not helping it out. And so what I look for is like when DWAC, let's say DWAC has a move tomorrow. When DWAC has, hypothetically, let's say DWAC has a move tomorrow. When DWAC has that move tomorrow, it's going to be a very important day for all the sympathies because it's going to be the day where that list of relevancy is decided again, right? If Fun does not move or shows relative weakness and a lack of volume, I'll look to Mark. I'll look to Benny. I'll look to CRTD. And whatever name moves I want to say I don't know if the quickest is the right term, but whatever name moves quickly with the main name, whatever name has volume, and whatever name holds up, right? Whatever name holds up, like that's what you guys need to look for. And if the name and then take that, and it's whatever name is doing that the best, that's number one. Whatever name is doing that like maybe second best, that's number two, and so on and so forth. And this can change multiple times over the course of the life of this, I guess, theme is what you would call it, right? So, I mean, it's easy money, guys. This shit is easy money, right? And there might be more names that pop up in the future, but typically, a lot of those won't stick as good as the ones that um, are already here, right? So Benny, today we saw Benny had some pretty good move off D-Walk, a little thin, a little thin, but had some pretty good moves. CRTD decent. It did hold up pretty well up here when D-Walk was bullshitting around. I liked that. The great thing about Benny is it has nice warrants that go absolutely fucking insane. So we'll see, right? I think we could see D-Walk break back over 100 soon. Don't that doesn't mean like, hey, go buy D-Walk. Don't be crazy, all right? But it wouldn't surprise me, you know what I mean, if we saw this come back over 100. I definitely think at some point in time there will be a day where we get to play the Sympathies again off of D-Walk, and it's nice just to have in your back of your head, like, hey, which ones, like, what's the one I need to look at? Like, as soon as you see that monster dick candle on D-Walk, you need to know where to go, right? And usually, in something that's fresh and new like this, you have a couple of choices and you're going to make money on one of them, right? So if you missed Fun, you could have got Mark. If you missed Mark, you could have got all of them would have made you money. Once we move down the line a little bit, I don't know, let's say 2 months from now and D-Walk gets some news, that's not going to be the case. It's you have one or two opportunities and if you miss those, you're fucked. So it's kind of like it's good to stay up to date and know what is going on with these names, okay? I noticed you and Daz made a basket list. It's been very helpful. How often do you have to go through and renew that list? Well, I don't keep a list. Everything is in my head, right? So he got the list of relevancy for what was in my head at that point in time that I gave it to him, if that makes sense. Um, it's ever changing, man. It might not be changed from the time I gave it to him to now, but if something happened, China EDUs have changed quite a bit. Where it was, you know, God, I miss China EDUs. First off, God, man, I made so much fucking money on those names in February. But it was like I was it WAFU and AMBO or CLU, and now it's like EIQ and WAFU, and it's like I don't know. They just really aren't sticking. But it just depends. Like if they start running one day, then all of a sudden AMBO just fucking doesn't go anywhere. I'm not it's consistency. I'm not gonna go look at AMBO. It's kind of like what I tell people. Every business needs consistency, right? If I go get a haircut, which I need to do, and they give me a fire ass haircut, and then the next time I go, they fuck my shit up. I'm not going back there. So if I go to AMBO the first time, right? Let's say Wafu halts up, and I go to AMBO, and then I get paid, and I'm like, fuck yeah, AMBO just got made this much money, and then Wafu halts up the next day, and I go AMBO, and it doesn't do shit. Well, guess what? There's a bunch of other people that are in that, and it didn't do shit for them either. So we're not going there. And then we look and see like, well, which one did do shit, right? Oh, okay, CLU did shit. Oh, okay, EIQ did some shit. Oh, okay, Fedu got some hits. Those are gonna be the ones I go for, and pretty much gonna be like, all right, which one made the better move, which one held up the most, etc. Right? So that's pretty much the gist. I'm sure we could talk about this for a long time. There are a lot of sympathies. I think something that could be fun and good to do. I haven't put anything on my EDU channel for a while. We'll put the sympathy that list that you're talking about. We'll put that list in my EDU channel. I'll be honest. I'm gonna celebrate a little bit tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm a man of my word. I told you guys that. I'll put the list in there tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and update it, and we'll include this. And I don't think there was another sector that was missing. Okay, could be fun. Was the fun intended? A pun. Gotcha. You got me. So all right. With that being said, we got 30 minutes. Before I answer just random questions, are there any questions that are directly related to the subject that we're talking about? Does anybody at all? Daz, you're new. I know you probably have something. It was missing BLM. BLM. That's what it was. We'll go ahead and add that. No, I think you're right. I think you're right. It didn't have CARV, U1, U1K, BYFC, LMFA, all that jazz. It didn't have that. Why fucked in a couple of months if T-Wog gets news would decouple from Sims for some. Why fucked in a couple. Why fucked in a couple months if D-Wog gets news? Will decouple from Sims for some reason. Um, I'm I'm not saying like D-Wog will be fucked. I think I know what you're saying. I'm trying to remember what I said in that moment of what you're asking. To be honest, I really can't. That's a really I feel like I don't know, guys. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's a poorly worded question. Why do you think Fun traded so heavy when D-Walk was rolling? I mean, I looked into it. I'm pretty bad about keeping up with like news from these guys and shit, but I'm pretty sure that Fun 1026. Fund where shares are trading lower after a company filed registration for a roughly 48.5 million share offering. Um, I was on the 26th. Today is the 27th. So, guys, I don't think they've closed that offering yet. I'm pretty sure that really didn't help. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, and I think this might answer your question, Hissy, is like, um, now that Fun has had something like this happen, people might start looking to other names to be their main simp, like Benny and stuff like that. See what I'm saying? I'll be honest, I went long and short on Fun today, and on either side, it was just like, fuck, man, this thing doesn't want to do shit. I mean, look at this. It literally just moves sideways all fucking day in this range, right? It cracked out of it once, cracked out of it here and here, but other than that, there really wasn't a whole lot of fucking range. It's kind of shitty. Bob called a really great play right here, though. I believe it was where people were still able to get some money. We were wanting more out of the trade. Guys, a lot of times when we talk about a trade, we mention a trade, we want more out of the trade. We're not, I'm not getting in here and looking to scalp this right here on people slapping it. Like, if I get in a play with people that are in Discord, I'm looking for the move, right? Um, Scrolling up, we got press one for English. Fuck. So once the sympathy doesn't work a single time, you're thinking, fuck that and scratch that. It depends, though, right? It depends because sometimes people will go for a sympathy and they'll think that it's worth playing a sympathy and it's not, right? You need to be able to distinguish that. You need to be able to distinguish if it's actually worth playing that name or not, right? So if D-Walk makes a fucking like, all right, look at this move D-Walk's making right now. I'm not looking at D-Walk and thinking, damn, that's a big move. I'm not looking at that candle and be like, holy shit, I need to slap Fun right now, Um, And so I mean, you gotta have to make sure you're adding at the right times. Me personally, guys, this is something that I actually forgot to talk about. So I'm glad you asked this question. I sometimes it can be pretty abrupt. Like, we get NFT news out of the blue all the time now. This was a pretty crazy move. Um, because this is so fresh, you're not going to need as much of a move for sympathies to hook. That is also important to understand. Because this is fresh, you're not going to need as much of a move. This move alone was decent enough to get some kind of fun rolling, etc. Right? CRTD, people start loading, etc. But down the line, right? Like let's say we got TCAT. Yes, if you get this big ass fucking candle, people are going to go and they're going to slap TLP and stuff like that. The problem with that and the reason why I don't is because spread. I mean, it's pretty simple. Not only that, but all the pops we've gotten on TCAT literally in the last forever since his major run have fallen. Like I think we got one really good push here, where it's like we had real volume finally came in. But for me, guys, I stick to the big moves. I want to see something have a big move, and for me, I make most of my money on sympathy plays when we get a halt, right? And so that's what I was telling people. Hey, if D-Walk halts, I'm going Fun, I'm going Psalm, I'm going CRTD. Not in that order. So it was Fun, CRTD, Psalm, right? But that's how I make my money off of most of the sympathies. But the best risk to reward in the market is usually going to come from anticipating moves, right? So because D-Walk is still fresh, right? We have fresh steam right here. I would not be surprised to see this make another crazy ass move over 100, potentially halt, right? And we got close. I think we were cents away from halting right here. So yeah, I was in all the other sympathies because we started getting a move, right? And if you look at the move itself, we had nice volume, low volume pullback. We had more volume ramp here, and I was like, okay, this thing's ramping up. We had some socials talking about it. I know that people are hella short. We really haven't had a bounce yet. It's just kind of been coming down. I was like, maybe we're gonna get this nice bounce. Maybe we're gonna get some halts. But it's the halts really where you're gonna make a majority of your money, especially if it's kind of out of the blue and you see it, right? So if we get into this weird market like February where we're getting hella sector rotations, like you're seeing China every day, you're seeing, I don't know, hypothetically say you're seeing China, you're seeing BLM every day, you're seeing weed every day, you're seeing memes every day, you know what I mean? You can have these charts up of the main runner over here. I wouldn't say that it's something you need to do right now, but you can have the charts up of the main runner right here. And if you see that big ass pop, you go load the main sympathy, right? It's super, super simple. But if things are kind of slowing down, don't look at like one little ass candle and think, hey, I need to go slap the sympathy, and then be like, oh, it didn't work. You know what I mean? Like for DWAC to have made this giant ass move, that is a giant move, almost halt, and for Fun to really not have had, anywhere near the move that it had, back here with DWAC. Because if you look at DWAC and Fun here, Fun almost had a better move. So, that's when I'm kind of like, all right, something ain't right. You know what I mean? Something ain't right. So there's that. So what's up? Fuck that's what we just talked about. How do you recommend trading with a small account, playing lower price stocks? We're going over subject matter right now. Um, Let me save the question though. Question saved. Sometimes traded gets crowded and they just don't move as well. Certainly not organically. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I honestly I think with something like this, it's nice to see the slaps early on from the crowd, but I really think that this just super thick right now. The offering, etc., is no good. Shit, that was fun is a great example, and they just don't. Right, exactly. Yep, exactly. Like last Friday that morning was fucking nuts. Dude, we made so much money on fun. I should have had a way bigger day that day, guys. I missed out on like $50,000 because quotes. Um, my level two was behind from the chart, and so I was trying to get filled at a price where the price wasn't, and I couldn't get any fills, and I was able to get some CRTDs, so I still made out, but I tried to slap, I think it was 10k fun and 20k CRTD, and man, had I got filled on that, not to be a, had I this and had I that, but fuck me, god dang, man. I'd have bought my mom that car when I get her. Anyway, let's see. When looking at a simp not to play, for example, GMD, yep, GMVD off Saita when he got the bounce midday, was the reason not to take GMD is how hard we took GMVD actually, but we were early. Yeah, we got in here. When I got the bounce over but after that, right? I got you. Was the reason not to take GMD is how hard it sold off? Yes. And that the volume didn't come back inside the beginning? Yes. So, yes and no, right? Um, Side started moving. I don't like to be second last for sure. I definitely don't want to be fucking last into a simp. Because a lot of people that play these are just looking for the first, second legs, right? If I know that the momentum is there, I try and hold for more. As you can see, GMVD had a pretty fucking good move, especially for Richie, who got in down here, right? That's almost $1 a share. But after you see something like this happen, what does this tell me? I'm looking at this and this is telling me a couple things, right? But the biggest thing is like that bid is not being supported at all. And once you have something like this goes. I mean, this just doesn't look good at all. That chart looks like shit. You know what I mean? And so compared to like Saita, which ended up having this crazy move, um, it just it has so much relative weakness. So that's why I didn't play it after that, right? I was just like, nah, dude, not me. You saw some people try and get in, and look how thin this thing was. There was just no bid support. They ended up selling here, and probably rest out over here. So. Yeah, I see something like this, I'm good. The ideal thing to happen for this probably would have been like hold up in this range here. You know what I mean? And then once I just started moving with it. This did not have a chance. Like everybody just fell over themselves. Somebody probably took some profit, probably scared a couple other people. They took profit and so on and so forth, right? And I'm sure there were shorts on this as well. But yeah, that's why I will not play something typically after a move like this unless it comes up, into this area that it failed in, and then maybe establishes over VWAP or something like that. I noticed you've been good with shorts recently. Do you short on day one over extended moves or wait for the next day or two for the backside? If I do short on day one on moves like IRNT, I did short IRNT. I do not play it with big size because you can get absolutely fucked, right? You can see I tried to go for IRNT. I made out okay on it, but it's almost a bit like it really. I didn't make a whole lot of money on it. I got in off the fails here. Saw some decent fails, nice volume on the fail. It got sucked back up, so I took some profit here. Went short here again, looking for more fail, and so that's why I covered here because my average was the best. This was a loss, and then scaled back in full size here. Got the loss back, scaled in again here, and had a decent scalp on it, but like there was no volume behind the fail after this, right? It was just a low volume pullback, and it ended up spiking to highs. Um, I don't like shorting day one names unless it's something, you know, like one of these sympathies that's gonna fail. GMVD. I'd be honest, I didn't even think like, my homies were on it long, so it's kind of like a thing. But a lot of these, names that get pumped, take this with a grain of salt, guys, because I don't want you guys to go try and short something and get absolutely fucked, right? You need to know how to read volume, you need to know how to read a tape, but like some of these things just don't hold up. TCAT, history has showed everything. Not every time this thing pops, it's just been a nice wallet pad short, stuff like that. Of course, I'll short day one, but these parabolic fucking runners, unless it gives me that just absolutely crazy candle up and big volume, I won't. I won't short it. I won't short it. I tried some here, but I was really small size, right? I wasn't ready to throw away my day on a day one short. Fuck that. Just want to understand your criteria and stock selection of shorts. We've definitely talked about it before. I like retail crowded names. I like names that people have forgot about, usually because something shiny pops up, right? A new big runner. Um, and I like anything that's not day one usually gets a better backside. Anything after big fails, anything about like a big extended exhaust move, that's what I look for. I play price action, man, so there's a lot of times I might short something and it might not be within my realm of like setups that we have talked about, and I'll still play it because I see the setup there. Bear flags, all that shit, easy money, free money, in my opinion. Those beautiful fucking any kind of flag, bull flag, bear flag, any of these beautiful setups with the actual VPA is good. I will long and short those because it's basically free fucking money. Do you use relative volume on Finviz to find? Look, no, I'll be honest with you, I don't. Relative volume is very important though. It's one of the most important things. So I have this issue going on. All right, here we go. Stephen Baker. Stephen Baker, guys. This is our boy right here. I have this issue going on. It's like when I'm watching a chart deciding my entry, I am calm and collected. The very moment I enter the trade, I feel disconnected from reality and all entries turn into this weird spiral of panic and a loss of all focus it seems. Unless it starts going in my favor and the minute it starts coming back toward my entry, it's like all technicals go out the window and I just cut it. In hindsight, when I go back and review all my trades, and I go, look, man, let me tell you something. Like Feezy said, it's good to size down. Well, of course it's emotions, but it's like this is a very emotional craft. I have emotions. You guys think my stomach doesn't turn whenever I'm going against every furu and their fucking grandma on something like CDXC today, with size? Hell yeah, bro. Look, man. I know there's probably some people in here.
Me, Grandpa.
Bro, I know there's people in here that are watching this. They're probably laughing, like people that were in this play long. But it's like, fuck yeah, I'm nervous. Are you kidding me? All it takes is Zach Morris coming in here and be like, fuck those shorts. And I'm going to be here like, oh shit, I was short. Yeah, I get nervous. But here's the thing, man. And this is what helped me because I used to be just like you, Steve. I'm not kidding, bro. I used to do that same shit. All right? Herv too. Size down is important, yes. But the most important thing I think that is going to help you is, I mean, there's a lot of things, right? The confidence, knowing that your strategy works, etc. But accept your fucking risk, right? Accept your fucking risk. When I got in here short, I was going against this 177 level. That was my risk. I'm not going to tell you guys how many shares I have, but like, I don't know. I had a lot more than this, but let's say I had 1,000 shares, right? So if I got short here, right, 170, 169, whatever this is, and my risk is 177, I'm risking 7 cents. So how many doll hairs is that? I'm risking 70 bucks, give or take slippage, maybe 80, 90 bucks, right? So if I'm going to take this trade, I 100% accept, hey, I could lose 70 bucks. And if you're not okay with losing 70 bucks, but the setup is beautiful, and you know it's beautiful because you have the experience and you've been here for a while and you know it works out, then size the fuck down. Maybe you don't want to lose 70 bucks. Maybe you want to lose 35 bucks. So you get in with 500 shares. But you have to accept the risk, bro. You have to accept. You can't make money unless you fucking take risk. You can't. You have to take the risk, man. There's no fucking way around it. You have to take risks in this game to make money. And you will fail. And you will lose sometimes. And guess what? It's part of the game. It's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? The casinos, they have a jackpot winner every once in a while. They don't shut their fucking doors when that happens. It fucking happens. They're still making money though because of the consistency, right? Their edge. You feel me? You have to accept the risk, man. That's all there is to it. That, and of course, experience and knowing that what you're doing has consistency, right? For me, I'm very confident in what I do because I've been through the fucking mud of markets now, and I've still made money. So I'm very confident in what I do. I know what I do works. So if I see a setup that follows what I do and I know it works, I find my risk, right? I don't know. Let's say you're getting long off VWAP. How many cents is that? You got to get quick at this, right? You got to get quick at this. You got to calculate it very quickly, right? So if I'm getting long against VWAP, right? No, let's say it's 5 fucking cents and I have 10,000 shares. All right, I'm risking 500 bucks. And you don't have to think about it too much, man, because you also need to think about how much money am I gonna make, right? I'm getting fucking short here against 177. I'm like, all right, I know that this can come down at least to make a higher low here at 114, but it's under VWAP. It'll be bearish. Could put in higher lows. Could come back all the way down to where people started getting in this, right? 80 cents. Don't just think about the risk. Like you definitely have to keep a perspective of the reward, but that's not really what's important either. That's just how you hit the button and you're okay with the button because you need to be okay with yourself as far as losing that money. But the most important fucking thing is just trading what's in front of you, bro. Don't trade your P&L. Don't trade how much money you're up or down. Like take a setup and trade the setup, bro. Right? Trade what's in front of you, man. Don't be too worried about your money. Like, don't get into a trade and be looking over at your fucking money. My shit's hidden, Like, I drag this shit up during the day, and I have it. I'm up here in the top right of my screen. I drag this shit up, right? And then, at the end of the day, I'll drag it out, and I'll be like, all right, how much money did I make? You know what I mean? But in the beginning of the day, and all throughout the day, I will drag this up, so I don't even have to look at it, right? I don't even have to, because for some reason, it's not even the P&L and the trade that fucks with me. It's my daily P&L, right? I leave this open because I need to see my average and shit like that. It's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But hiding your P&L can definitely help, man. But accept your risk. Trade the fucking chart, man. All right, I accept my risk. My risk is 70 bucks. And then from that point on, after you've accepted your risk, you follow the fucking plan and you trade that fucking chart as best as you can fucking trade it. And that's going to get better through experience of reading the tape, reading level 2, understanding volume, understanding the psychology of trading, right? Or how people are going to be reacting in certain areas. You feel what I'm saying? It gets easier over time, guys. I promise. This shit is not easy, but it gets easier over time. You're going to take losses, and you need to accept that now. If you're trying to be a trader, you're not going to come in here and have a 100% win rate. Trust me, I tried to do it. I did okay at almost getting it. I was like 92%. I don't even care about that shit no more because I know what I'm doing works. So even if I have 70%, 80%, I'm just trading what's in front of me. I'm taking the size because I know what I'm doing works. Even if I had a 50% win rate, I'm going to make money, right? Because my risk to reward is there. But anyway, kind of went off topic, went on a tangent there. Dude, accept the risk, guys. So the reason I'm going so deep into this, I hope you guys understand, is because I've had so many people talk to me about this same thing, man. You guys need to understand this is not a game where you're just going to win money all the time. You're going to lose, and you need to accept that. And the biggest way for you to accept that is to know that what you're doing works. And the only way to really get down into that is to do it for a while. Track your trades, track your statistics, track your win rate, track all that shit, and trust the numbers, man. Right? Trust the statistics. Eh, But as far as the order entry, man, find your level. Use a real fucking level as your risk, okay? There are some trades, what I was going to say, like right here with GHSI, I got short. We had big volume dump under VWAP. It did not want to be over VWAP. You could just tell. I mean, this thing was just getting rejected here. Big volume dump. I missed these ads because I was on CXDC. I was trading these at the same time. It was really stressful, right? But I got in on the bear flag here. Nice VPA here. And is there a super clear level for me to get short off here? Kinda. We had these like 170s here. But on something like this, man, it's like, hey, I want this bear flag to work. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, I could lose 3 or 4 pennies, and I fucking accept that. You feel what I'm saying? And I just let it play out, man. I play it the best I can. If I see this flag fail, I fucking stop out. I'm not like, all right, I'm gonna risk this level now and this because you're increasing your risk. Like, why would you do that? It really doesn't make any sense, right? So that's what I gotta say. Is that letter thing Bob was talking about earlier only for bios? No, I don't think so. We've seen a lot of pennies do that too in the past. I used to always cut too early until I told myself I'm going to scale once it hits this level I've charted. And if it doesn't hit it, then I was wrong and I'm okay with taking a hit. Hey man, however you got to do it, you know? However you got to do it. I trade a lot of different ways, a lot of different setups. But the most important thing and the one thing that's solidified across all my trades is the risk. I always know my risk level, always. If I don't have a level to risk off of, it's the plan, right? Like flags, you're not always gonna have a super big level to risk off of a flag, like or something like that. But I know what I want to see happen, and I know the risk is within this, this much. I always know my risk. It's so important, bro. It's also the acceptance of failure as much as losing the money. Agreed. I agree with that. Hell yeah, the pattern might fail sometimes, but more. I mean, dude, guys, you can do everything right. You could do everything right. You could wake up and piss gold. You could shit money. You could have the biggest dong. You could have the perfect setup. The VPA is perfect. The entry was perfect. And guess what? It could still fucking fail. It shit happens, bro. Always telling it like it is. I always will, man. Some people won't respect it. Some people won't like it. People don't like me for it. But I'm here, bro. I'm here to help you guys. And honestly, I'm just doing my thing. If one day I get exiled from the community, it would suck because I like fucking with you guys and I like talking to you guys and teaching you guys. But I'm still gonna make money.
You're out of here.
Oh fuck.
You're done.
You're out.
Not just on Twitch either.
Leave. Letting it trade breathe is easy when I say. I mean, yeah. Look, man, if you're gonna let it breathe, I wouldn't let it breathe too much under stop. And if you have the right levels, you shouldn't have to let it breathe too much, right? So keep your P&L for each individual trade you're in open when you can see it, right? I do, but that's because like I need to see my average right here. I need to see all that jazz. Um, I don't know. Really, I just keep it here for my average, but I'm not looking over here, right? That's why I have it over here in the top right. Like I'm not looking over here whenever I get a trade. Like I might look real quick to see my average. That's it, bro. Like I'm looking here at level 2. My eyes when I trade are locked right here, right? That's why I have my chart to the left. I don't know if this is just me personally because of my eye, but that's why I have my chart to the left, right? So I can see whatever's going on here. And not only can I see that, but at the same time, I can see my level 2, my time and sales. I'll be honest, because I'm locked on level 2 and time and sales. Like that is where I'm looking at a majority of my shit. As far as the chart, all I need to know is where we're at on the chart. You know what I mean? And where we could go and where my stop's at. That's all I need to know. Up until a few weeks ago, he said, yep, 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 yep. Moving my stop down. According to Fintwit, he just described Zach Morris. Yeah. I still have to tell myself to follow this advice periodically too. Always reading the guy's comment. Yeah. But man, you guys can do this shit, man. It's not. Look, let me tell you something. We're transitioning, or what it feels like. I hope it actually sticks. We're transitioning into this market where it's going to be a lot easier to make money, in my opinion. It's weird because it goes hand in hand because at the same time it's a lot easier to lose money if you're doing the wrong shit. But if you guys are buying like at the right levels, you're taking the right setups, you're not buying on the backside, you're not chasing the tops, right? Uh, I mean, it's pretty easy for you guys to make money right now. That's why everybody's having like their biggest fucking days right now or nice ass days. It's because we're in a decent market right now, right? So if you survived through August, like the summer basically, there's no reason why you should not be able to do okay right now, right? And if you are having trouble, you can always reach out. I've had a lot of people reach out to me. I try and get back to all the messages, you know what I mean? I've told you guys if all 100 of you reach out, that's fine. But I've really only had a couple people reach out to me most of the time. The first day of stream is usually crazy, and I'll be honest, I've been bad about replying to every single message, but well, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Sometimes I'm bad at replying, so forgive me for that. But if I don't reply, I'm one guy. Message Herv, right? Message Mikey. Those guys aren't doing shit, right? Except for Mikey, he's in the military. Herv's fucking riding bikes and climbing rocks. Like, message that fucking guy. Hey, Charities, do you have any recommended reading or videos? Yep, you can go check EDU section on um, Real One's Discord, and there is a nice list of videos you can watch there. As far as books to read, we got the handy dandy Holy Grail Can you read that, my guy? You need to get this fucking book, man. You need to read this fucking book, man. Any other questions, my boys? Daz, you got any questions? Daz is getting good, guys. He doesn't even need to ask questions anymore. He's solid.
Not right.
All right. Well, what is the best place to ask you guys questions? Um, guys, generally we're in voice all fucking day. I am. I'm in voice all day. Right? We trade live. We give live alerts. We kind of walk you through trades in a way where it's like, hey, this is what it is. This is what we're looking for, etc. You learn a lot. It's a cool dynamic, right? And so people talk in chat. We're very accessible. We're not, you know, we're not in this room where people can't say anything and all they can do is emote. Like you can say whatever you want. So if I see your question in chat, generally I'll answer it. If you have something outside of market hours, Discord's the best way to reach me. I don't really look at my Twitter messages because I get a lot of weird messages that have nothing to do with trading. Do you use CFDs like her? No, I don't. Is Bitcoin going down for a little while? Well, shit. Let me rub my balls and find out. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Good stream. Good stream. I hope you guys learned something, man. Um, do you look for simps on the short side? Oh, okay. Hold on. Good question. That's a good question. Do I look for simps on the short side? Yes and no. Okay. Am I going to go look for something just because a stock is dying? Typically, no. But if I know that two things are running together and one of them just absolutely tanks, I will 100% short the other name. Okay. So, thanks, Thiz. You're a goat. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's why I'm growing this little thing out, man. I can't grow a beard, so I gotta be the goat. Always on my mind. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I love you guys, bro. I hope you guys learned something. You know, if you need to go back and watch it, the video is saved. And dang, man, 5-figure day, baby. Pretty good day. Let's see how we can finish the week, guys. Get some sleep, be up early, pre-market with Mikey, myself, Herv, and let's get rich. Let's get rich. All right.
Could I play something for Mikey so you could clip it?
Is it gonna be really loud?
I don't think so. I'll hold it back.
All right, go ahead and play it, Des. I'm not gonna get banned for this, am I?
No, it's beautiful.
You're a legend, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You're the man. One day I'll find a way to pay you back. Okay, let's listen. Oh my god.
I will be the very best. Like no one ever was. To catch dips is my real test. To scale is my. I will cross the spread. Trader, this is my guide. Teach you to understand the power in his prime. Catch the dip, gotta catch 'em. I know it's my destiny. Catch the dip under my friend. Catch the dip we must. Catch the dip PA.
Daz,
So
are you
true.
high?
Our urge will pull us through. You teach me, teach you.
Alright, here you guys
Catch
go.
'em. Gotta catch 'em. Congratulations, Mikey. You really are the 5-minute champion. Hopefully your wife doesn't look at the 1-minute chart.
Alright, Daz Bear. That was good. This is what you do during the. How do you even find time to do
Well,
this shit? Like, I'm over here
yeah,
looking at plays nonstop, and you're over here making memes
what do
and
you
fucking
mean?
Pokemon songs, dude. I don't understand.
What do you mean? I traded more today than
Thanks
any
for
other
all you do.
day.
Anytime, man. Anytime, guys. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. Um, unless Bob decides to hate me one day, which I don't think is gonna happen because me and him are like fucking brothers. So, all right, I'm ending stream with that. Love you guys. Bye. Be on early tomorrow. Go to sleep. Don't stay up jerking off. Go to fuck to bed and be up early. Money don't sleep. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.